What's up, guys? Last lesson we talked about direct proportionality. This time we're going to look at inverse proportionality. By the end of this video, you should understand what I mean when I say that and how to derive formulas for those situations. So let's look at this example. P is inversely proportional to M. When P is 48, M is going to be 9. So how are we going to work out what P is when M is 12? Well, whenever we say that P is inversely proportional, what it means is that P alpha 1 over M. That's all it means. And as you could guess from the last lesson, that means then that P is equal to K over M. Write this down if you haven't done so already. So, P is equal to 48, M is equal to 9, therefore 48 is equal to K over 9. And so therefore K is equal to 9 times 48, which is just equal to 432. Now, remember guys, that this is a constant. It remains constant throughout the equation. So therefore, P is equal to 432 over M. That's what it's saying. The 432 doesn't change throughout the entire question. What does change, however, is M. Because this time M is going to equal 12. So P, when M equals 12, P is equal to 432 over 12. And again, if we plug that into our calculators, we get an answer of 36. And that is our final answer. Let's look at another equation. R is inversely proportional to T. When R equals 12, T equals 0.2. So calculate what R is when T equals 4. Well, again, R alpha 1 over T. So therefore, R is equal to K over T. Because it's inversely proportional. So therefore, 12 is equal to K over 0.2. And so therefore, K will just equal 12 times 0.2. And when we plug that into our calculators, we get an answer of 2.4. So now we can say that our equation is R is equal to 2.4 over T. And so when T equals 4, R is just going to equal 2.4 divided by 4, which is equal to 0.6. And that is our final answer. Okay, looks easy. Well, let's try this question. Q is inversely proportional to the square of T. When T equals 4, Q equals 8.5. So find a formula for Q in terms of T. Well, Q is inversely proportional to the square of T. And so therefore Q alpha 1 over T squared. And so therefore Q is equal to K over T squared. We know what T is, we know what Q is. And so let's just plug that in. 8.5 is equal to K over 4 squared. And so K is equal to 8.5 times 4 squared. 4 squared is 16, but I just want to leave it as that. And so when we plug that into our calculator, we get an answer of 136. And so our final formula will be Q is equal to 136 divided by T squared. Okay? So now calculate the value of q when t equals 5. Well, that's pretty straightforward. When t equals 5, q is just going to be 136 divided by 5 squared, which is just 136 over 25. And so when we plug that into our calculators, we get an answer of 5.44. And that's our final answer. So all we need to do is read the question, and then we can work out what it means. What about this one? The force between two magnets is inversely proportional to the distance x between them. When x is 3, F equals 4. So how are we going to work out what F is when x equals 2? Well, first we need a general formula. We can see that F is directly proportional to 1 over the square of the distance x. And so therefore F is equal to K times 1 over x squared. Now, we know that x is 3 and F is 4, so therefore 4 is equal to K over 3 squared, and so therefore K is equal to 4 times 3 squared, 36. And so we can leave our answer as, well, no, our equation we can say is that F is equal to 36 over x squared. All right? Now, when x equals 2, F is just going to be 36 over 2 squared, which is 36 over 4. And that's just going to be 9. So answer is 9. What about if we want to work out what x is when F is 64? Well, we know that F is equal to 36 over x squared. So when F is equal to 64, 64 is equal to 36 over x squared. And so now we need to divide both sides by 36 so that we get 64 over 36 is equal to 1 over x squared. And then we can flip them both so that we can get what x squared is. So x squared is equal to 36 over 64. And so therefore, x is equal to, it's in distance, so it's going to be positive, 6 over 8, which is just equal to 0.75. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel a lot. If you guys have any further questions or comments, ask me down below. Or join my Discord server if it's like some exam trouble that you're having. If you guys want to pass your exams with flying colours, drop me an email and you can get tutored by me. Keep on learning as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.